All right, guys, welcome back to Evony with Genghis on server 68. So I finally got 300 on one of my civilization treasures. So let's check this out. Then we're going to take a look at some dragon skills, dragon talents, see which ones should be priority. So we'll go into civilization treasure here and go over to Fabergé. And now I'm going to click unlock. Let's see what I get here. I'm going to get all troop load 12. I'm going to attack my mounted troop and ground troop attack 4%, attacking siege and range 3. And then the big one, gathering level 5 or above resource spots. I'll have a chance at a pansy egg. Okay, so we have now, let's try and click on upgrade, see what happens. Nothing, it just tells me what the next level is. So that's actually, wow, this is actually a big increase from level 1 to 2. So as I've always said, everything in the game, level 1 sucks. So if you get a building and it's level 1, such as the new ones, victory column and whatnot, the level 1s and the Arch of Triumph, they aren't that good. Same with Military Academy. But once you unlock level 2 and 3 and higher, they really get there. Like Military Academy, level 1, there's some stuff. Nothing too great. But once you unlock level 2, wow, the rally hall capacity could go up 10%, your march size another 10, etc. All sorts of really good stuff. So here, level 2, 30%. Look at that. Those attacking buffs jump from 4 to 10. So over double, 3 to 7.5. That's 150% increase on them. So that is big. And then you get a different egg rather than pansy egg. So pansy egg doesn't sound too tough. So let's use our gathering speed 4%. Even though I don't really gather, why not, right? We got nothing else to put it on at the moment. So let's leave it where it is, and really enjoying these neons. Now let's look at the dragon talents. So over here you have talents, and for me I have 4 dragons. That's going to be 2 to 4 dragons is going to be pretty standard for everybody. So most of the players, some will have 1 to 3 Needhog unlocked, and some will have all stars. And the order that you do this, because you need dragon crystals, and these are very rare. You only get them through spending money or in battlefield. I've kind of been stockpiling mine now. And the order that you do these really depends on you as a player and what your plan is. Where do you see yourself in the future? You should take a long-term look at this. And as there's 7 dragons, 2 all-star ones and the Wonder 3 dragon, I'm going to look at this. So I have done some defensive siege for Thebes. I've got him to level 20. The reason I did him first was because I know he's the best wall general dragon. I'm not going to be changing him. So this is a good investment. I'm not going to regret spending here. So I've done in-city stuff. And now I'm debating if I want to do his other siege attack and siege defense and have that on the wall as well, or continue to pump into here in city. Now, if we do Needhog, I can't see his talents. If I had him, I'd do that as a priority, or Leyden or Amaterasu. Frosty, he helps with ground attack. The issue here is that he's not a long-term dragon on ground attack if you're going to make all-stars. He also can help on debuffs. Because the thing is, this guy, Amaterasu, is a ground dragon. So if you plan on getting dragons in all-stars, I would not use dragon stones on Frosty, on Norway Ridge. I'd be saving them for the bigger dragons. Now, when we go over to the pasture, Celtic is an excellent dragon to use stones on if you're not going to go to All-Stars. So I do have some hopes of getting Wonder 3, or maybe in the next year and I don't know how long, an All-Star dragon. So part of me feels like these are a waste to put them on Celtic. Some people are telling me I should just do it because it's cheap and it'll really help out. I'm not really sure what to do, so I'm holding. But if you have no hopes of ever going to All-Stars or getting Wonder 3 and you just play and you're having fun, this dragon should be your priority. Okay? So I would do that if I was just an average common player. Some watching might look at me and say, you are an average common player, Genghis. You should be doing that. I'm hoping I can get Wonder 3 dragon. And then maybe I'll use him for archers. Maybe I'll use him for mounted. I'd like to get Layden someday in All-Stars. And then I would feel bad that I wasted some stones on Celtic. And I'm not really hurting on archer. I'm pushing close to 1400, so I'm doing well. So this extra little boost, I just don't feel like adding a few percent right now for how precious those stones are. Now this dragon, Fafnir, most people use it for mount early in the game. If you look at his talents here, it has mounted and siege attack. So when people unlock the Wonder 3 dragon, this one right here, this is an optional range archer or mounted horses. So when you unlock him, you can now, if you put Wonder 3 dragon Needhog on your archer, that frees up this guy to go to ground. If you put him on mount, which is the long-term strategy, that frees this guy up to go to siege because there is no siege dragon. So then when you do the talents here, you could do for mounted troop or you could do for siege attack. So for me, because I have a long-term plan of getting more dragons, I just feel that these two dragons are a waste of stones for me with a long-term vision. So for me, the only dragon stones I should be using are on this dragon because that is a long-term plan for me. I know I'm going to be using him forever. So why not continue to stone him up, feed him? So to recap, if you have Thebes, this is the best dragon you can invest in if you don't have the 5th, 6th, or 7th dragon. Just keep investing in him because it's a long-term plan. If you have no hopes of ever getting Wonder 3 or All-Star dragons, then you should be investing in Celtic. And you should be doing right here all his range troop buffs. But it's all optional and it depends on where you're going with your account. So there's different paths you can take. But for me, because I haven't unlocked the dragons I want to, I'm just going to stick with upgrading Thebes, the Wonder 2 dragon, and then kind of hold out and keep delaying and stalling and seeing how things come. Now, to be honest, All-Stars and Wonder 3 are looking very difficult now. Anyone who got it before the new scoring system is lucky. We just had an Alt Alliance score about 50,000 points, and 2 or 3 members got 15 or 20,000 just because the other team is really small and couldn't do anything. They held buildings. So how do you compete with that in the regular scoring? It's very difficult. So maybe I have to reevaluate things as well, and it might be unrealistic. But I'm going to give it a couple months and look at things, and I'll keep stockpiling those stones and then make adjustments. So let me know in the comments your plans for dragon stones. Maybe I'm missing out on something here. I know I've had a lot of people who tell me you should be doing Celtic right now. But for me, I just feel like I will get more dragons. And then Celtic's going to be what? On a reinforcing general. So I use stones for that. So I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you're doing with them. If you have any thoughts on them. Maybe some people in your alliance have given you different advice. Like, subscribe, leave a comment.